Algae eaters are awesome because, well, they help get rid of algae in your fish tank, of course. They help control algae in a natural way, and they'll be nibbling on algae throughout the day. While it's possible to manually scrape algae off the tank glass yourself, it can be difficult to get rid of algae that grow on plants, crevices, and other hard-to-reach places. Fortunately, these algae eaters are often able to help with that as well. Here are the 10 best algae eaters to consider for your freshwater aquarium. 1. First one on the list is Otocinclus Catfish, a small algae eater from South America. They're also called dwarf suckers or otos for short. They only grow to about 2 inches in size, but they are great algae eaters. They are very peaceful fish, and they won't bother other fish in your tank. In fact, they are rather shy and reclusive. Keeping them in a tank with a lot of hiding places, and also keeping them in a group of 6 or more, would help them feel more comfortable. 2. Amano Shrimp is a small shrimp from Japan, named after the legendary aquarist Takashi Amano. They only grow to about 2 inches in size, but they certainly eat a lot of algae, and many types of algae as well. They are hardy, peaceful, and active, making them a great addition to planted tanks. 3. Siamese algae eaters are hardy fish that originate from the rivers of Southeast Asia. As its name suggests, it's another great algae eater. They'll eat various types of algae, including the tougher types such as blackbeard algae. Keeping them in a group of 6 or more is recommended, especially when they are young. However, as they get older, they tend to school less often. While they are peaceful fish, they can become territorial as they get older. Since they grow to about 6 inches in size, they're suited for tanks that are 30 gallons or more. 4. Bristlenose Plecos are small catfish that are native to Central and South America. They are hardy, easy to care for, and good algae eaters. They're predominantly herbivores, and at least 75% of their diet should be plant-based foods. In the wild, it's common for them to get most of their nutritional needs from algae. They live in fast-flowing water with high oxygen levels. 5. Hillstream Loach is a flat-bodied fish that originates from Vietnam. This is another fish that lives in fast-flowing waters, and in fact their streamlined body is adapted for such environments. They often eat algae that grows on rocks and various other surfaces. However, do keep in mind that they are omnivores, so they aren't strictly algae eaters. Along with algae, they eat insect larvae and other invertebrates. 6. The Florida flagfish is a small, colorful fish native to the swamps and marshes of Florida. As omnivorous fish, they aren't strictly algae eaters, but they will work on tougher types of algae such as blackbeard algae. Do keep in mind that they may munch on some plants as well. However, if the fish is well fed, and it's kept with hardy fast-growing plants, it shouldn't be a major concern. 7. Cherry shrimp are small colorful shrimp from Taiwan. They feed on biofilm, uneaten fish food, decaying plant matter, and of course algae. Compared to Amano shrimp, cherry shrimp are slightly less effective at eating algae, but they are good algae eaters nonetheless. They're hardy, adaptable, and peaceful. While each shrimp only reaches about 1.5 inches in size, they do breed quite easily, and a colony of them can definitely help control the algae in your tank. 8. Rosy Barb is a colorful hardy fish from southern Asia. Rosy Barbs do eat algae, but they prefer soft algae, such as hair algae. They are not very effective at controlling the tougher types of algae that may grow in the tank. They're active fish that grow to about 6 inches in size. Sometimes they can be aggressive and nip on the fins of other fish. Keeping them in a group of 6 or more will help reduce aggression towards other fish. 9. Mollies are hardy livebearers that originate from Central America. They are omnivorous fish that eat a variety of foods including algae. Keep in mind that they aren't the most efficient algae eaters, especially when they are well fed. They tend to snack on algae more regularly when they are hungry. Last but not least, number 10 on the list is aquarium snails or aquatic snails. Not all snails eat algae, but many of them do. Snail species that eat algae would include near-right snails, mystery snails, ram's horn snails, Malaysian trumpet snails, rabbit snails, and bladder snails.